everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video topic is ratio and proportion. It is a topic of grade 6 maths. Okay, so let's begin from ratio. That what is ratio? Ratio means when we compare two numbers or two quantities by the method of division, then that is known as ratio of those numbers. For example, A scored 6 out of 10 marks and B scored 8 out of 10 marks. Now, if someone will ask that what will be the ratio of marks scored by A and B? So, what will be the ratio? How many marks A scored? 6 and B 8. Out of 10, you can see that both have scored the marks out of 10. So, to find out the ratio of the marks of A and B, we will compare 6 and 8 by the method of division. So, we will write like this: 6 by 8. We can cut it by 2. 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8. So, the ratio of the marks of A and B will be 3:4. So, this symbol we use to denote ratio. So, for ratio, this symbol we use these two dots. This is the symbol of ratio. Okay, and how can we read it? 3:4 or 3:4. Now, for example, if A and B are two numbers, then their ratio will be A:B, where A is known as first term and B is known as second term. So, there are two terms. This is our first term and this B is known as second term. Now our first term is known as antecedent. What will be the spelling? A-N-T-E-C-E-T-E-N-T. Antecedent. And the second term will be known as consequent. C-O-N-S-E-Q-U-E-N-T. So, the first term will be known as antecedent and the second term will be known as consequent. For example, in this 3:4, 3 will be known as antecedent and 4 will be known as consequent. And we will read it as 3:4. Is2 is I-S-T-O, is2. Okay? Now, the thing is, we can compare two quantities and two numbers if and only if they are expressed in same unit. For example, let's take one question. We have to find out the ratio of 8 hours to 24 hours. Now you can see that here the units are same. Both are expressed in same units, that is hours. So it's very simple. We can compare it easily. 8/24. 8 will be 8, 8 is 24. So the ratio will be 1:3. Now let's take another example. For example, it is 4 kilogram to, in this we have to find out the ratio of 4 kilogram to 500 gram. Now you can see that the units are not equal. Here it is kilogram and it is gram. So first we have to make them equal, then only we can compare and find out the ratio. So 4 kilogram will be equal to how many grams? It will be equal to 4000 gram, because 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. So it will be equal to 4000 gram. 4000 gram to 500 gram. Now, to find out the ratio will become very easy. 4000 upon 500. We can cut these two zeros. We can cancel 2 zeros by 2 zeros. Now, it will be 5 8s are 40, 5 is 5. So, the ratio will be 8:1. Okay. Now, let's take one more example. I am writing here. It is 3 meter to 50 centimeter. Okay. Now, how many centimeters are there in 1 meter? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So, again, why we are converting this? Because it is given in meter and it is given in centimeter. So, first we will equate the units, then only we can find out the ratio. We cannot write like this 3:50. If we will write like this the ratio, then it will be wrong. So, first we have to equate the units given here. So, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay. So, 3 meter will be equal to 300 centimeter. And we have to find out the ratio of 300 to 50. Okay. So, by this 0 we can cancel this, and this is 5 6 are 30, 5 1s are 5. So, the ratio will be 6:1. Okay. Similarly, we can take another example. Now, I am writing here question number 4. Let us take 8 hours to 2 days. Now, you can see that the units are totally different. It is given in hours, it is given in days. Okay. So, what we have to do? We have to convert these hours, we have to convert these days into hours. Okay. Now, 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So, in 2 days, how many hours will be there? 48 hours. So, we can write like this: 8 hours to 48 hours. Okay. I am directly converting. You can just, whenever you will do these type of questions, you have to write the steps. That 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So, in 2 days, 48 hours. Then you have to write the steps. Then only you will find out the ratio. Okay. Now, the ratio will be 8:48. Again, 8 1 ja 8. 8 6 ja 48. So, the ratio will be 1:6. Okay. And one more important thing, ratio has no unit. So, two important points we did here about ratio. First is, we can compare two quantities if and only if they are expressed in same unit. Or we can find out the ratio of two numbers if and only if they have the same unit. First, we have to make the units equal. Okay. And the second thing what we did, that is that ratio has no unit. You can see here the answer is 1:3. There is no unit. There is no unit. Like for area we have the unit, for volume we have the unit, but for ratio we have no unit. Okay. Now we will learn about proportion. Now let's move on to today's next topic, that is proportion. So what is proportion? Proportion is nothing but it is an extension of ratio that we learned just now. So proportion means when two ratios are equal, then we can say that they are in proportion. Let's try to understand this definition through one example. For example, you went to market to buy apples and the first shopkeeper is giving 5 apples for ₹30 and the second shopkeeper is selling 8 apples for ₹48. Now you are a little bit confused that from which shopkeeper you should buy the apples. Now what will you do in this condition? You can easily find out the proportion. So what is the ratio of 5 apples to 8 apples? So the ratio of 5 apples to 8 apples will be 5:8. Okay. And the ratio of 30 rupees to 48 rupees, it will be 30/48. Okay, we can cut this by 5 or by 6. 6 5s are 30. 6 8s are 48. So, this ratio will again, it will be 5:8. Now, we can see that the ratio of apples is 5:8 and the ratio of the rupees is also 5:8. This means they are in proportion. We can buy from any shopkeeper because if you will find the price of one apple here, so one apple the shopkeeper is selling of ₹6. Okay, and here also One apple the shopkeeper is selling of rupees 6. So in both the cases, you can see that the ratio will be same, and that's why they will be in proportion. So we can write that 5:8, and this is a symbol of proportion, 30:48. Okay, the ratio of apples is 5:8, and the ratio of rupees will also be 5:8. So these four are the terms. This is first term, second term, third term and fourth term. Okay, and this is the symbol of proportion. This was the symbol of the first. It was the symbol of ratio, 2 dots. And this is the symbol of proportion. For proportion, we always use 4 dots. Or we can also use the symbol of equal to. This means 5:8 is equal to 30:48. Okay. Now, instead of this, let's take 4 terms A, B, C and D. And let's take that A:B is in proportion to C:D. This means these two ratios are equal. Here are 4 terms. First term, second term, third term and fourth term. But these two terms are at the extreme ends. Hence, these will be known as extremes, or we can say extreme terms. Okay, and these two terms you can see these two are at the middle. So hence these two are middle terms, or we can say means. Now, how to find out that two ratios are in proportion? For that, you have to use one formula. What is the formula? This A:B, we will find out from this only. Okay, A:B means A upon B. And for this, we can use the symbol of equal to. C:D means C upon D. Now, we will cross multiply. But we will get AD is equal to BC. This means AD are the extreme terms. Product of extremes should be equal to product of means. B and C are middle terms. So two ratios will be in proportion if and only if the product of extremes is equal to product of their means. So always remember this formula. Product of extremes should be equal to product of means. Now let us learn it through one example. Suppose the question is verifying. You have to verify that two ratios are given. 6:10 is a symbol of proportion. 18:35. Now in this question you have to verify that whether these two ratios are in proportion or not. So for this you will use this formula. You will apply this formula. Okay. So these two 6 and 35 are extreme terms and 10 and 85 are middle terms or means. So the product of extremes, I am writing in short, POE, product of extremes will be 6 into 35. What it will be? 6 5s are 30, 3 we will carry, 6 3s are 18, plus 3 21, 210. And the product of means the product of these middle terms and product of extremes. This will be 10 multiplied by 18. So 180. So you can see this that these two are not equal. 210 is not equal to 180. Hence we can say that 6:10 will not be equal to 18:35, or these two ratios are not in proportion at all. Okay. Now let's take another example. I am taking very simple example. 1:3 is equal to 5:15. Again we have to verify that whether these two ratios are in proportion or not. Like in first question we did, we verified that these two ratios are not in proportion. So we will write no here. Now in this again, first we will find out the product of extremes. What will be product of extremes? Product of extremes will be 1 multiplied by 15, that is 15. And what will be the product of means? Product of means is 3 multiplied by 5, that is 15 again. So because 15 is equal to 15, hence we can say that these two ratios are in proportion. So we will write yes, the ratios will be in proportion. Okay. So whenever you have to find out that whether the given ratios are in proportion or not, always use this formula. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. If it's coming, this means they are in proportion. If they both are not coming equal, this means they are not in proportion. Okay. Now I hope that you understood the basics of ratio and proportion. In my coming videos, I will discuss these topics in detail. So friends, if you like this video, then please share it and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and also press the bell icon to get the notifications of my latest videos. See you in the next video with a new concept. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thanks for watching.